Let's go!
Rambo time. Let's check out this new character. Let's hope he's as engaging and invigorating as his visual design is, because Rambo looks really cool in this game.
Oh, he's gonna have guns, a gun character, and that is absolutely not what he is. Just like Steph said,
I'm glad that they know.
A lot of brutal, cool throws and moves.
I'm glad that they're getting this pressure from people. That I hope that they understand that, like, people don't want to relive Injustice 2 all over again. Why is Rambo so mad? Because he has PTSD and he's confused. He thinks he's still in the war, but he's back on homeland.
So that's Rambo. Like we said, a lot of use of traps, a lot of close-up hand-to-hand fighting, lots of knife work.
And bow and arrow. I forgot about that.
And bow and arrow. And the crawl. The crawl got a lot of good love on social.
The crawl, so he can move around the projectiles. Can Rambo crawl under RoboCop's projectiles? Very important. Derek's got some demon riding a duck back here.
His kicks, his punches, that sort of thing.
So he has this
Rambo punch.
He uses it in most of his normal attacks.
Rambo stab. His down two is just the knife.
I would say one thing that really stands out is his mid attacks. I think they're pretty good.
Whoa! A character with just a natural meterless pop-up?
Because, you know, it's not like a sword or a machete.
Awkward and bizarre.
I think the speed.
Right, I'm intimidated and I'm scared.
Two in a row, he gets a crushing blow. Then he has this throw.
Whoa.
And it has, so first up, he uses his bow. Really
so he's got knife wolf stuff.
And the cool thing is it's almost like a stance. He can fire multiple, up to 3. He can let it go. He can just hang on it, wait a second, then shoot one. And none of that costs stamina, either defensive or offensive. Then he has this.
Oh, so that takes...
I think this is like the crux of his...
Wait, what?
Control. It's really fast. He has a close and far version. And it's
okay, that did little to no damage.
And this slide has a couple options.
It's like they waited.
From really far by holding forward. You can actually roll backwards by holding back after. Even on
it literally looks like it almost acts like a Sub-Zero slide, maybe a bit slower.
So I think this move's pretty good for advancing. If you want to go under something. It's 50-50. It's like you could use that with his drop kick as an overhead low mix-up.
Does this bitch literally get Aaron Black stuff? Is it literally just the same shit as Aaron Black? He gets a full screen 50-50 or some shit?
So as we know, as Troutman explained, he's trained to eat stuff that'd make a billy goat puke. And in the game, we show that by an insect crawls by and he actually eats it and gets health back. And if his fatal blow is on cooldown, it's a crushing blow of the bug, which gives them hella energy back.
That's cute.
The downside to this is if he eats too many, he then vomits and he's stunned.
Okay, so they made Rambo barf, but I like it, right? That's actually kind of creative. It's weird. Yeah, I think that's actually kind of cool. The fact that Rambo barfs, I think, is a little hilarious. Weird, but cool, you know?
That's incredible.
So it seems like they're having fun finally, yeah.
So the first thing is he gets his tripwire, and this is different than the other one. It sets up a combo if he amplifies it. There's no close or far, it knows where the opponent is. Pretty quick. And this is one of the main ways to get big combos with Rambo if you choose to use this. The second thing is the crawl, which I absolutely love. This is essentially a low stance.
He should have like a chain combo in the crawl. No shit.
He has a grab. This is actually like a grab. If they're blocking, it'll hit them. And then he has a
he should get like a 1, 2, 3, 4 combo.
Lows, mids, and
like there needs to be a full target combo while in low stance.
The opponent tries to hit him out of it, he can actually parry it. And then the parry and the throw have a crushing blow. If he crawls long enough, it'll be loaded, and if he grabs you, he smashes your face.
Nobody is ever landing this shit. Like, against anyone that has any idea how to play, you have to like, what, you have to crawl like half screen? If it accumulates, maybe. But if you gotta crawl that long to make that shit work, I don't know, man.
Hell out of anybody you're playing against. So very excited.
Aggressively crawl them into the corner.
So variation 2, he can pull an M60 that he hid in the leaves out of the ground. And this is a very fast projectile that's like a stream of bullets. And he also gets the Claymore Mine. And what's fun about
Oh
this
wow,
is
it can hit him too.
can blow up either opponent, or either person, be it him or the opponent. He could put it down and it'll last for quite a long time. And if he amplifies it, he puts leaves over it so it's invisible. So
How invisible are we talking?
You can put it down. Let it
Actually,
sit there for a
totally
while,
fucking invisible.
do your little setup, and then just when they forget about it, they get popped out.
Actually, completely invisible.
And then lastly, his tripwire is replaced by this log trap. And it's pretty much the opposite of it. Instead of covering the ground, it covers the air. It'll still hit when it was standing.
I like this move a lot.
For anti-air. So this is like, if you're fighting an opponent that won't stop jumping.
I think there was an opportunity there to make a bunch of visual gags with a log trap. Like it's got body parts of Sector and Cyrax on it and stuff. Seems like a very much of a Sonic Fox kind of character if you can loop all these traps and cover yourself.
So this one is like a grab version. He gets
What?
hold of a string,
What is
he
that
grabs
grab?
And they are actual grabs, like if you're blocking you get hit. And then this one is a hit, but it is like a restand. So you can end your combo with it, and you'll be standing, and he gets advantage. It also just looks really, really nasty. Then he gets a command grab. The cool thing
Built-in
is it
restand,
amplifies
okay.
Which way to throw you, and it has a crushing blow. Oh, that's right.
Oh wow, look at that roll. Holy shit.
So this is a slide, and it's almost sort of like Reptile's elbow. From Ultimate
It's very
Ninja.
weird to see a character move that fast in Mortal Kombat unless you're like, what, Sub-Zero or
He can do
Scorpion?
this quick slice. He can do a really fast overhead if he amplifies it, or he can just cancel it.
Can you
And it's
cancel
really
it for
quick.
defensive bar?
He can just do the slash. If the slash count, okay, I can't concentrate because of your background. That's amazing.
Wow. you
Derek should
did
just
not
ignore
talk
them. What?
either. Nothing at all.
I know. Okay.
Do not turn around. in
Derek
the
is so
world.
dead after the stream, the poor guy.
So,
So that's
He has
what
no
also
idea what he's in
like
for.
flushed out.
Yes.
anything you're looking forward to? About Rambo?
Yeah, I was gonna say Molina's next week. That's what I'm looking forward to.
That's what you're looking forward to. Hey, I'll give it to you. Again, everybody, thank you. These will be a little shorter streams.
So
before
Melina
we get
is
to
the game's
close
premier
things out,
long-range
we're gonna go
zoner.
to
She
our
can throw
birthday
size
shout-out.
from any angle. If she uses her limbs or makes contact with the opponent, she loses
Here we
health.
go. We got Chosa.
She's very brittle. I'm really curious to see what they do with Melina, you know?
Show off these new characters. Oh, yes, Stephanie.
Also, don't forget, for those excited about gameplay changes, we'll be talking about that on the Melina stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very important.
Core gameplay
I'd
changes?
like to offer one little hint to satiate everyone's hunger, if I may.
We
My
removed
favorite thing I'm most excited to talk about
Breakaway.
is about variations.
All right.
Oh, they're
Sounds
finally doing
super
it.
Cool. Very excited.
They're
Next
either
time,
gonna
we'll get
put
you know,
5
keep
different
following us on social media
variations,
at Mortal
or
Kombat.
they're
You will
just
see
gonna let you
when we are
choose.
gonna be-
Unfortunately, that's the way the
trailers
game
and
should have been at the
whatnot, so thank you
start,
so much,
right?
Stephanie.
Like the game
Thank you,
should have
Derek.
had. It was
Halloween.
painfully clear that Mortal Kombat 11 was supposed to have a choose your own variation sort of thing from the very beginning. They clearly didn't have enough time to like balance all of that stuff out. Like custom variations were supposed to be there, obviously. But then, like, the release date was getting closer and closer, and they're like, okay, well, we got to get 3, right? So then there ended up being 3 variations, and then moves that were literally unused in some of them, which I still think is crazy. Like, it blows my mind that the game still had the problem that Injustice 2 had, where you had moves that characters could do, but you couldn't use them in, like, ranked matchmaking. Some of them just went unused and shit like that. I think it's a really good chance that there's either going to be a 4th variation for every character and a 5th, but I think it's asking at this point probably too much. Didn't they start with 2? Maybe you're right, I can't even. There was not that many options. I think it's asking a bit too much that every character will actually get, like, you know, their own choosable custom variations and shit. They started with 2 in this? Gee, I erased that shit from my memory. I don't think I was ridiculously impressed with Rambo's gameplay. I think Rain looks much more interesting. Rain just looks a lot cooler. I almost guarantee you Rambo will be good, you know? But it is going to be because he's going to be like a trap zoner. And that seems to be what they're sort of setting him up as. The really effective version of Rambo is probably going to be the trap zoner aspect of him. And that makes sense. Those characters are very good. That's essentially what Joker is in many ways, I guess. He's like a trap character, at least the ones that are, you know, the Joker that are good. I think he looks okay. I'm also very curious to see what direction they end up taking Melina, you know, where they end up going with that character. Because Melina's always been hyper-aggression. She's about teleporting in and rolling in and stuff like that. Like, her moves usually take her to the opponent instead of away from them. So, we'll see, man. We'll see.